no money, what you got to for me? What did they say in the cannot need to do? The life be everything, and they that what we do. So, no dispatch, the better we can get about it. Not keep that, nobody can do that. Go, every day, don't money to go. Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything activity, something that we produce. Cheer all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, let them do their play. I'm not every. Chicken say, Bogoli Oko, is a castle. I swear different. What chicken say, Bogoli Oko, is a fossil. Now every day activities. 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 We for the get money, so money not a thing. You are both my case. I'm happy. Are you there? Get my marvelous. Snaka, I'm more than Snaka. You know, get my up. And you hear it's a then you want to back or let us see another big free old man. What that's so I have to celebrate. It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, going deep and deeper. Oti toto ichiki. Bila living sense in her.
Chicken say, Bogoli Oko, it's a classic.
Good morning, folks. Good morning. A very pleasant welcome here to the program from the print news on Freedom Communications Incorporated. Of course, we are here on the midweek edition of the print news, and we're going to be looking at two local dailies on our decks like we always do on the print news. Okay, so we will be joined by our Radio LIB partners, Gos and Aliyu. But then we have to kickstart what we're here for this morning. My name is Esther Daku, and I want to also encourage you to keep your transactions coming in as we continue with the Win Liberia cash giveaway. Again, the code is *255*1#. If you're using a button form, you can put one hash at the end of the code. That is *255*1#. And if you're using a smartphone, you have to put in *255*1. *255*1#. That's the code, and you stand a chance to walk away with $5,000. So 52 as what is it? *255*1#. That is the code. Keep your transactions coming in this morning, and let's win as much cash as possible. And let's not forget, you're using $50 Liberian to play. So if you are playing the Win Liberia cash giveaway, is $50 Liberian. That is the code. Keep your transactions coming in, and let's win big money here today. Okay, so let's quickly jump into our program. We want to recognize our sponsors, Crime Stoppers Liberia. We want to recognize Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. We also want to recognize the Excellence Best Price store on the Girlie Street in Oro. We are proud to be associated with them. And let's look at our two local dailies we have. Actually, we will be looking at the online version of the two local dailies. We have the Front Page Africa, like I said, and the Daily Observer. And yes, what the top story says from the Front Page Africa, it says Senator Koga turns on VP Kuhn months after winning Senate seat, fuels 2029 succession talk. Okay, and it's right here from Ale to adversary. And that's a question, but let's take some lines from this story. It says less than 6 months after winning a Senate seat backed by one of the country's most powerful political alliance, Nima County Senator Samuel G. Koga has launched a public offensive against Vice President Jeremiah Cohn, sending shockwaves through the movement for democracy and reconstruction and exposing a deep and dangerous fault line ahead of Liberia's 2029 presidential race. This rift, long brewed beneath the surface, has now exploded into the open. The once robust alliance forged under the shadow of the late political titan Prince Yomin Johnson is unwavering faster than many are anticipated, and the consequences could reshape the country's political landscape. Vice President Jeremiah Cohn, meteoric political rise, has always been closely tied to the legacy of his mentor and political godfather Johnson. Vice President Cohn, a former senator, found himself thrust into the national spotlight following Johnson's death in 2024. At the second most populous county in Liberia, Nima holds a unique place in the national politics, both as a vote-rich region and as a king-making, powerful or powerhouse in a presidential contest. Control over its political machinery is a price every presidential hopeful would convert. In this context, Vice President Kuhn was widely viewed as the Liz Johnson's natural successor. His endorsement of Koga in 2025 senatorial by-election was not just a show of political strength, but a public attempt to affirm his leadership over Johnson's political estate, the MD Ira, and by extension, Nimba County. On the surface, it seems to work. Senator Koga's win, abated by Vice President Cohn's vigorous campaigning across Nimba's 9 districts, was hailed as a consolidation of MDR's dominance in the county. The narrative was that Vice President Cohn has cemented his grip, preparing for a 2029 bid launch from a position of home growth strength, but that history seems to now be falling apart. In a stunning rehearsal, Senator Koga took to the BKS online platform over the weekend, launching a direct attack on Vice President Kuhn and accusing him of authoritarian control within the MDR. Senator Koga alleges that Vice President Kuhn, who notably is not a registered member of NDR, is running the party like a personal fiefdom, sidelining senior members and subverting internal democracy. I am from this party, and let me make it clear that we are not blind of what is happening, the senator declared. We don't care whether you stand inside or outside the party. I will stand firmly with MDR. The flashpoint appears to be Vice President Cohn's role in handpicking Carter Quigger as MDR's, I hope I got the name right, MDR's candidate in the recent District 5 by-election, a seat vacated by Senator Koga. Senator Koga reportedly had another candidate in mind, but was reportedly ignored a move he interrupted not just as political, interpreted not just as political overreach, but as an effort to neutralize his growth influence in the country. The animosity has only grown since Senator Koga has accused the vice president of marginalizing him in national discussion or decision making, including reported blocking his recommendations for appointments under President Bwaka's Unity Party-led government. If the vice president wants to treat me like a beg ball, I won't agree. Just internal party squabbles. They are political turmoils that cool up in national calculations. Vice President Kuhn is widely rumored to be eyeing the presidency in 2029, with President Bwaka yet to confirm whether he will seek re-election. The race is quietly but clearly underway. In this early pre-campaign stage, regional strongholds matter more than ever, and Vice President Cohn's presumed control of Nimba was supposed to be a major pillar of his platform. But that assumption now seems precautious. The public fallout with Senator Koga's sickness that Nimba is no longer a unified bloc behind the vice president, and that seems to be a serious political problem. Senator Koga is no minor figure, a 3-term former representative and now senator until 2033. He is one of the most experienced politicians in the region, and crucially, he is not up for re-election in 2029. This means he can operate freely, unburdened by immediate electoral calculations. In a high-stakes game of presidential politics, Senator Koga could become either a kingmaker or a spoiler. And the political winds may already be shifting. Whispers of Senator Koga's potential alignment with the opposition coalition for democratic change led by former President George Weah we are growing louder post welcoming Senator Koga into the CDC, albeit have begun circulating on social media, stroking speculation that he may be tapped as Weah's running mate for 2029. Such a move will be seismic. It will fracture the Nimba vote historically influential in presidential elections, and weakened Vice President Kun home county advantage, possibly fatally so. At the heart of this conflict is a deeper question of what makes or what becomes of the MDR. Originally, as the political instrument of Johnson, the MDR has always functioned more as a personality-driven platform than a structural Democratic Party. With Johnson gone, the vacuum has left two competing claimants, including Vice President Kuhn, who seeks to inherit Johnson's influence, and Senator Koga, who claims seniority, legitimacy, and ideological commitment to the party's founding principles. We're going to leave you here and look up more stories this morning on the front page Africa online this morning. Here's what our next story says. This says Internal Affairs Minister. Let's have this open quickly so we can get you this headline, the headline for this story. This internet shouldn't mess us up this morning. I'm telling you. But we're on it. Let's see what the next story here says. It says Internal Affairs Minister Yumali admits Magibi's exclusion from key government appointments despite strong support for President Borkai. So let's take some lines. It's good that we are using two different gadgets. So we have the story on this, and it says Liberia's Minister of Internal Affairs, Francis Saklia Nyimani Senior, has admitted that Makibi County has been largely left out of major government appointments under the Unity Party-led administration, despite the county delivering the third highest votes for President Joseph Nima Borkai in the 2023 elections. During the 2023 presidential runoff, then candidate Bwaka secured 63,431 votes, 47.08% in Makibi, compared to 56,272 votes, 41.76% for the incumbent George Maniwia. This performance places Makibi third among counties with the highest votes for Bwakai. However, according to Minister Imali, the county has not been rewarded with the level of appointment many had expected. Speaking at the induction ceremony of the newly appointed Makibi County Superintendent O.J. Morris in Kakata, the minister openly acknowledged the imbalance. We are aware that Makibi County took third place in terms of voting for President Joseph Nima Borgai, especially in the second round. We are also aware that politically, Makibi County has not received its fair share of government appointments, Yamanin said, addressing hundreds gathered at the Nancy Sports Stadium. While conceding the lack of representation, the minister cautioned against viewing appointments as the sole reward for electoral support. While it's true that the people deserve appointment in government after election, the primary reason for electing a government is for it to serve its people, he added. Imani assured citizens that President Bwaka recognizes Makibi's contributions and will prioritize the county's development as part of his broader national agenda. You may not have ministers or deputy ministers as expected, but President Bwaka is fully aware of Makibi County's contributions. Makibi deserves what other counties deserve, he stated. The race car is now on track, and I see that race car passing through Makibi County. Makibi shall be developed as part of the broader national development agenda. His comments came amid growing criticism that President Bwaka is favoring his kingsmen from Lofa County. Earlier this month, former CDC Secretary General Jefferson Koji accused the president of building a Kisi dynasty, alleging that more than 50 individuals from Lofa have been appointed to top government positions. Similarly, former presidential candidate and warns Bwaka ally Councillor Tiawon Gonglo has accused the president of concentrating key appointments in one region at the expense of others. And so that's it. Let's leave you here and go to look at more stories this morning on the front page Africa Online. Let's jump to our next story here. It says LDA chief of operations suspend. What is that? Let's have this quickly. Okay, we're almost with it. I mean, the internet is not easy today. I mean, okay, I think we're almost with this story. Okay, we have it here. It's taking its own time, but let's be patient, and we're gonna definitely bring you this story. Okay, we have it open. It says LDA chief of operations suspended after audio links him to daughter's release from ghetto burst. We're going to take some lines from here. The Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency has suspended its chief of operations, Major Abraham O'Payne, following the emergency of a controversial audio recording in which he allegedly instructed the unconditional release of his daughter, who was reportedly arrested in a ghetto for drug-related activities. The recording, which has since circulated widely, reportedly captures heated exchanges between Major Payne and a junior LDA agent. In the audio, Payne is heard angrily ordering officers in Carisburg she had been assaulted by officers. Do not cut that phone off. Go there now. If you try it, you will not hear what you will not wear that uniform. Your commander called you. I call you then. You beat on my daughter. Release her to her sister. Let her bring her home to me. Payne allegedly demanded. Major Payne reportedly dismissed accusation that his daughter was involved in drug, instructing officers to arrest only the man allegedly caught with drugs. The man who you arrested with the drugs, hold him and release my daughter, he said in a strained tone. However, an officer present during the raid offered a conflicting account asserting that Payne's daughter was found in a house with men allegedly involved in drug activities and was butt naked during the raid. Chief, nobody beat on her. She was in the house with these men. They were courting. The guy that had the drugs fought the officers and escaped with our Mark Bravo. Someone has to come and guarantee her, the officer stated in the audio. The daughter herself reportedly intervened during the call, claiming she was assaulted by a woman present at the scene. Yes, daddy, they beat me with ratting. One woman beat me. I don't know her name, she said. Following the audio's emergency LDA Director General Honorable Anthony K. Soar announced the immediate suspension of Major Payne and referred him to the Board of Internal Inquiry and Professional Standards for full investigation. The LDA frowns upon such alleged action, which, if proven, undermine the integrity of the agency and compromise the fight against illicit drugs. As such, Mr. Payne has been immediately suspended and referred to the B. That's the BRIPS for a thorough investigation. The outcome will be communicated to the public in due time, the agency stated. The LDA reiterates its zero tolerance policy on unprofessional and unethical conduct and assures the public that no officer, regardless of position, rank, is inept when caught in an unprofessional or exempted when caught in an unprofessional conduct, the statement added. This development follows recent remarks by Deputy Director General for Administration Gwai Fokpa, who criticized the agency's current system for fighting drug trafficking, alleging complicity by some members of all three branches of government in drug distribution. Fogba, who also served under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, made the comments during a press briefing at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. Let's look at more stories on the front page. Africa this morning. Yep, we have a couple more stories to look at quickly. They say FDA boss allegedly pooches. Allegedly pooches what? Let's find out. Allegedly pooches locals to contact his friend's friend. Okay, and then this is here. Let's see more stories here this morning. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this phone, but let's leave you there and look at more stories. Like I said, we have other stories to look at, and this one here says. This one says, after headquarter demolition, CDC CDC notifies National Elections Commission of temporary office, vows to pursue legal redress. After headquarters demolition, CDC notifies National Elections Commission of temporary office, vows to pursue legal redress. The Congress for Democratic Change has officially notified the National Elections Commission of the relocation of its national headquarters to a temporary office in Seatown, Cinco, following the demolition of its Congo Town headquarters. In a formal letter to NEC chairperson Madame Deveata Brown Lassanan, CDC Chairman Anthony Janga Ekowo described the demolition as a violation of the Liberian Constitution and the Civil Procedure Law, noting that the action occurred while the party still had an appeal pending at the Supreme Court regarding a case for specific performance on the purchase of the property. The letter articles 20A and B of the 1986 Constitution, emphasizing that no person or organization shall be deprived of property without due process of law, and highlights Chapter 51, Section 51.20 of the Civil Procedure Law, which establishes that an appeal effectively stays enforcement actions until a final judgment is rendered. The timing of the demolition on the eve of NDC's annual inspection of political parties' headquarters raises serious concerns and may affect our legal standings as a political party, Anthony Coe wrote. While awaiting the Supreme Court's decision, the CDC has designated its Electoral District 8 office on 3rd Street, Seatown, Cinco, as its temporary headquarters. The party reaffirmed its commitment to pursuing legal redress for what it described as an unlawful demolition. There is the latest decision the party has taken after its headquarters was demolished on Saturday following a court-evicted order enforced by sheriff and the Liberian National Police. On Monday, former President George Manneh Weah, the party's standard-bearer and political leader, set up the establishment of a special committee to spearhead the construction of a new party headquarters following the government's demolition of its previous compounds in Congo Town. The new body, named the CDC National Headquarters Construction Committee, is tasked with mobilizing resources and ensuring the completion of the facility within 1 year. The committee is chaired by former House Speaker Councillor J. Funanti Kofa, with Senator Nathaniel F. McGill serving as co-chair. Former Foreign Affairs Minister Ambassador D. Maxwell Sakimi Yasinyan will serve as a vassal, while Honorable Lynn Yoje Nangwe has been designated General Coordinator. Other members include, we're going to leave you on that story. Let's see more stories here this morning from the online version of the Front Page Africa. Asalamitai appeals lower court's ruling and holds. Okay, let's not go there. Let's see this one. This is a businessman losses over, wow, businessman losses over 83K in devastating Plevo fire appeals for urgent aid. Wow, this is really sad. Wow, imagine. But folks, let's leave you there and look at the Daily Observer this morning. Let's see what we have on the Daily Observer. We're going to take just a couple of stories and then we're going to jump into our talking point. Okay, so we have the Daily Observer right before us. Now we're going to take a couple of stories from here. It says Enfield scientists discover new mpox strain, and this was posted 5 hours ago. Well, this has to do with health. Let's take some lines from it. It says scientists at the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, led by renowned biomedical scientist Dr. Chris Yan, has detected, identified, and characterized a new monkeypox virus strain in Liberia. The mpox clade 2A, more than half a century after the first case of an uncharacterized monkeypox virus was detected in Liberia in 1970. The findings have been independently validated in collaboration with Nigerian and the US scientists and published in that's the scientific journal Emerging Infectious Diseases. The mpox clade 2A was first detected and identified by the Enfield team at the National Reference Laboratory of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, located in Charlesville, Liberia, among a pool of mpox confirmed specimens of mpox infected persons from Sino, Lofa, and other counties in August and September 2024, as well as analyzed with specimens in 2023. With the genomic sequencing technology we require at the Enfield, our National Reference Laboratory now has the capability to sequence any variant and identify its genetic makeup for accurate characterization, said Dr. Yan, the Enfield's Director General who led the studies in Liberia that detected the mpox clade 2A strain in Liberia. Well, let's leave you there and look up more stories this morning on the Daily Observer. Let's see this other one. And internet connection. Let me see. We're trying so hard to, get you all of the stories. Stronger political will needed to combat money laundering in West Africa. That's another story we have here. Liberia showcases cultural and economic vision at Expo 2025. Liberia's National Day at Expo 2025, Osaka showcased economic diplomacy, cultural exchange, and innovation. Minister Yanti emphasized investment. And then FDA rejects proposal to de-gazette Sapo National Park. We brought our story. Liberia's weak adaptation efforts leave communities at risk of flood devastation or disaster. Let's take some lines. It says he giggles between phone calls as a staff member walks in for a reminder. Arthur Baker, the director for Department of Multilateral Environmental Agreements at the Liberia Environmental Protection Agency, sits behind his desk at his office in Monrovia as the country's lead on adaptation plans. Baker had just returned from a workshop in Nairobi, Kenya, where he and other representatives from least developed countries assessed their progress on national adaptation plans. In an exclusive interview, I asked Beckert, when it comes to climate change adaptation, where is Liberia? Liberia is among the countries most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. He began citing a range of threats from coastal erosion and sea level rise to increased temperatures and flooding. He explained that despite this exposure, Liberia successfully developed a comprehensive strategy, the National Adaptation Plan. We set the stage for what the country intends to do to address the harsh consequences of climate change, Becker said. That plan identified climate sensitive sectors impacted by climate change, including coastal zones, fisheries, energy, and agriculture. Becker revealed that following the NAP development, a detailed climate change vulnerability risk assessment was conducted, which also identified these sensitive sectors. Liberia is among the countries that have developed and submitted its climate adaptation strategy to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Countries like Nigeria and Ivory Coast are yet to develop their adaptation plan of action. The 10 years plan was launched in December 2021 as the 2020 to 2030 as a roadmap for the government to build resilience and ensure sustainable development. But despite its clear vision, the plan faces major obstacles it was not costed. The interventions are wide and require a lot of cost. It's cost intensive, Becker explained. Unfortunately, the NAP that SNAP was not costed. He revealed that the government is now trying to secure funding to determine the total cost of the plan. So I think, folks, this is all we're going to take today from the Daily Observer that we have on our decks. We try our best, to bring you most of the stories that we have, even though there are a couple of more stories, but we want to leave you here because some are also from what we took from the front page Africa. So this is how we want to bring down these stories and take our break. When we come back, of course, we're going to go straight into our talking point. Let's take a quick break with our sponsors.
It's your musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, some going deep pop. Put in toto ichiki. Bila living. Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look
Folks, are very pleasant. Welcome back from that break we had to take with our sponsors. But just before we jump into our talking point, which of course I'm still, contemplating on whether we talked about the LDA issue or we look at Cone and Koga issue. But just before we do that, let's encourage you guys, keep your transactions coming in. The Win Liberia Cash giveaway, we are giving out cash. $5,000 is going to go to every lucky winner we will have on this platform. So keep your transactions coming in. This break should not stop you from playing. We have it open. Keep your transactions coming in. Let's keep our transactions coming in. I'm emphasizing on it because when we come out from this break, we want no excuse from you guys saying, "Oh, you just playing when we are about to leave from here." So keep your transactions coming in. Keep it coming in. Let's give you the cash. So if you want to form part, just dial *255*1#. That is the code. *255*1#. If you're using a button form, 1#. If you're using a smartphone, add one more hash to that hash, so that it can quickly go through and stand a chance to walk away with $5,000. It's just 50 Liberian dollars to play. If you're concerned about that, it is 50 Liberian dollars. So when you play 50 Liberian dollars, you're going to definitely automatically stand a chance to be one of our winners. And like I say, like I always like to say, quitters never win and winners never quit. So if you have been playing and you kind of feel discouraged, and you feel discouraged, just know that there is a huge possibility for you, because when you're just thinking about not forming part, that's just when your luck is in. So keep your bets coming in. *255*1#. So now let's come to what we are to talk about today. When I listen to the leak audio, I mean, just exactly what we have been talking about. When we tell you that most of these things that happen, it is from a higher up. It's always from a higher up, because you can't tell me that people will be brave. You don't have a backing. I mean, nobody to talk for you, nobody to take you out of whatever problem you will find yourself in if you are caught in the process. It's not possible. So in most cases, these people are the ones involved with these things. Because in the first place, how the hell you are a DA officer and you have your daughter involved with drug issue? And then at the end of the day, you're pretending to us like you don't know about it. Ordering for her release, like somebody living with you, or you the landlord for the country, that y'all can do anything and just go away with it scot-free like that. Like that. We are glad this whole thing has been leaked, because it is not just about you guys fixing your mind on whether you want to eradicate this drug thing or not. It is the cry of those mothers who have lost their sons and their daughters to this thing. It is their cry that is working right now. You can tell me any other thing, anything other than that. Where this country is, I mean, we hope that people will be brought to book for the kind of different things. Because how can we be covering up people who are damaging our society? Because you're related to me? And that's why this country is just nowhere we are where we are today. Because everybody got relative. Everybody got somebody somewhere who you can just do foolishness and call at the end of the day and then they handle it. The arrogance in his voice, I mean, that kind of authority he was exerting to his subordinate concerning his daughter being arrested. So you think the Pope went to your house and arrested your daughter from there when she was not involved with drug? So if she's not involved with drug, what was she doing among the drug addicts in that house? According to the information she was cutting, she was helping them to cut. You can tell us otherwise. Nobody is above the law. If it was anybody else who was caught in that room or in that house, for as long as drug is there, everybody should be arrested. Then you're talking about you arrested my daughter, you released my daughter to her sister. Like, make it make sense to us. Like, how where you coming from with that kind of gust? You know, God exposing your hand. Because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. The cry of those mothers out there every day. You raise your child, you struggle. Some people in the market selling, some people selling coal, struggling beyond their children. Because you don't have the time to stay home. You're always out busy looking for money. Your child's pour in your hand. Because we got people like this guy. How is your daughter involved with drug and you fighting drug? How? Explain that to us. I understand that sometimes the children can have their own way. But then when they have their own way and they are caught, let them feel the full way of the Lord. Nobody is exempted from that. Nobody is above the law, not even the president of this country. When you are caught with drug, you should be treated like any other person in this country that will be caught with drug. We all saw what happened to Musa Belete's son. We were right here. We witnessed the court case. Where is he today? He's beyond bars. Did you see a father call anybody threatening them to release his son? Because if you do these kind of things, you encourage them at the end of the day, make it look like it's a good thing, living at the detriment of other people's lives. Yeah, we understand that these guys make their choices. But then we should think about the country's future tomorrow. These are the people that will inherit this country. Are they going to inherit the country as addicts? And we are grateful for your suspension. We hope that you can be fired for it, because even if you're brought back from your suspension, doesn't mean you've realized what you've done. This is unacceptable in our country. We cannot accept these kind of things. No one is above the law. No one. So your daughter should go through investigation and she should be sent to jail. She should be sent to prison for getting involved with drug. That's what it is. She's not a disadvantaged youth from what I saw. So she knows exactly what she's doing. Consciously, she knows. She wants to probably make more money. And we cannot run our country like that. There are a lot of you who your people are involved in these things and you cover them up because you want some of the money probably, or you guys are gonna cut on it, or you want to show yourself that, yeah, you can protect your people. Liberia come first. This country is above every one of us. So when we're making decisions, we make decisions in the interest of the country, not for us as individuals, like we've always done in this country. And that's why the country isn't anywhere. You will see a police officer on the street carrying out his duty. Somebody driving without license plate, somebody driving without a driver's license. And when you are parked, they will take phone and call somebody from somewhere, and they will give that phone to the police officer. The next thing you hear the police officer saying is, yes, sir, yes, sir. Because if you do not want to lose your job, this is it. But this must end. We have come to a place where these things should not be tolerated in our society. And we hope that this guy in question bears the full weight of the law, because this is unacceptable. Nobody should be exempted from it. When we say no to drug, we say no to it. Nobody should be allowed to do these things. Because at the end of the day, it is our kids, the future of our country, that we're playing with in the name of, she's my daughter. Yeah, she's your daughter. She committed a crime. This is a state crime. If she was caught there, it means she's part of it. And then her response on the phone, it tells you that that guy has saved her from a lot of different things she's been involved with. So I mean, she used to her father calling and, always getting her out of whatever trouble she finds herself in. And that's how we spoil our kids. At the end of the day, we're looking at it and acting like we don't know that they are the way they are because of us. But that's my take on that, on that story. Now let's come to this Kun and Koga thing. It's funny that you guys are tussling over who's going to become the next senior or the next political godfather of Nima County. I don't know whether the people of Nima County can really pay attention to these kind of things. Sit down and make one person feel like they can just control everybody. I don't know, but you want to talk about your traditions, respecting elders and black and white and stuff like that, or leaders. That is a good thing to respect leaders. But this is a democratic form of government. We must always look to do the right thing. It should not always be about letting one person have the power or the mantle of authority. You saw before Prince Johnson died. What was the relationship between him and Kun? Today you see them tossing over who wants to be here, who's not listening to who, and stuff like that. If Kun is not a full member of the MDR, why is he giving a thought? Why is he giving or taking charge? Why must his words weigh more when you have other people in the party? Him being endorsed by Prince Johnson does not necessarily mean Prince Johnson wanted him to succeed him. So if you're running a political party, you have people there who are in leadership. They should have a say. Why should you be the one to have a say? You want to run the MDR like it's your personal thing. But again, this is how you guys started. You have Prince Johnson, who was charged with the mantle of authority to decide who takes power and who doesn't take power. That's how you have always run it. And if you want to do your tossing, Nima County is a part of Liberia. And so we will speak about it. Let the people choose what they want. It should not always be about one person, with the power. You can pick anybody you want to pick. Decide anybody who is Kun in Nima County in the first place. You've been chosen by Prince Johnson to contest. Koga was also chosen to contest at the level of the lower house. So at this point, you should be listening to one another's thought and not you Kun talking about taking the position of Prince Johnson. Like you want to just appoint somebody and whatever you say should be, it's not going to work. You're not Prince Johnson. That's the first thing. And that's it. So I'm not going to talk much on that. Let's open the telephone line and engage our audience this morning. Let's hear from you guys. You can call us on 077-6104-104, 086500104. Those are the numbers you can call us on this morning and be a part of our discussion here this morning. We had two talking points. We have the Kun and the Koga issue, and then we also have this LD, a thing with drug. I mean, this country, Liberia. Let's go to the line and have this person. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Good morning, darling.
Good morning, David King.
Darling, you know what I'm seeing the drug thing? That girl, father of always taking the drugs and giving it to her to sell and have a salesman. You heard the officer.
Of course.
He met her in the room with the guy cutting the drugs.
Yes.
And passing it. Meaning, my father usually takes drugs because now he's the director for operation. He's the operational man. He goes on the field, arrests the drug. He doesn't report all. He gives them to his children to sell. The reason why our sister came on the scene, I believe that sister is the one that always comes for the cash and taking it to him. He was not appealing at all.
He was
you
not.
heard him on the phone.
Of course.
He sounded very aggressive. He was actually the subordinate officer. And he was not sounding professional at all.
No, he was not.
Subordinate officers were more professional than the boss. So in such a case, I don't want the guy to bring that particular brother back. To be a staff of the DA.
Exactly.
And it is great. Okay? Because, you know, let's say it's a pandemic now. I mean, it's not just in Liberia. It's all over the world, drugs. And it's spoiling a lot of nations. Even America, we talk about on the social media, we see how drug treating people in our country. So for us, Liberia, where we integrate things are very much hard for us. We always depend on people to survive. And this thing destroying our I don't think we should give any ear to whatever somebody is doing. And issue of Koga. Koga is Kun. Look, Kun had never, I mean, as long my memory can serve me in this country, I have never seen Kun going to any election file previously of his skin. We saw in 2017. We also saw that in 2017 and then 2020 he became senator. We also saw that in 2023 when President became vice president. He do have political capital in my country. For example, he had a level of president in 2011. He wasn't president. You are not president lying and Larry Tambay. They were always sarcastic against the man. So 2017 he went to election on his own. President at one point Koga was winning election. But you're not winning election here. But the young man. Now unfortunately for him, he did not win district McCarthy. Koga won district 5. So Koga has his own political capital. Koga won the election 2023 by himself. Now on the NDR ticket, he won and supported the party. So when we are talking about political capital, I think some of Koga has some leverage. But the way Jeremiah will make it look the NDR that he inherited, the see NDR before the senator died, he said he was no longer part of the NDR, he was a member of the United Party. These are some of the things that he led to that movement. Because just at the return from Ghana, for taking that he and such a pronouncement on the radio that he was no longer the NDR and you're a member of the United States. You broke that.
Mhm.
So for the big thing, fighting over the NDR leadership, and as about that, let Eric give chance to the NDR to move on as a police. We don't go back already completed. He already got something, and the government ministry, he can't, he's a corrupt man. He does a lot of bad things. So he's put corruption at the Ministry of Labor. So what he's stepping on that chairman, he's satisfied with he. So he must give, they all should give thanks. Let's have your program restructure that party so that you have the politics. He shouldn't take it to be for him.
Mhm.
All right? We know before the spray and the senator was never friendly. In fact, the senator said, on one of the recordings, if you used to play over there, they said, who doesn't answer my call?
Mhm.
So I don't think that's why what the senator was speaking for his. So why now who want to claim onto the people party?
Exactly.
They say away, man.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, David, for calling. Let's take another person. Hello, welcome.
Good morning, Daku.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
This is the voice of PSI, and I join you from Brooklyn, the show.
Okay.
You know, we told people about this just issue. As center of our number, that the French family, their involvement is the reason why all lieutenants are following suit. If this president want to come clear and deny my allegation always that he's involved with George, let him tell us where is Dominic Molu. Dominic Molu was caught with the higher concernment of George as the government is concerned with the refugee George in the faculty. And we know that George is not available. But then we search all of this cell, we need our clean people are going ahead doing our research, taking all of the cell. Dominic Molu is not either the holding cell around here. Alright, you should be in a holding cell and be processing in a court of law. That's why the just law that will pass on during the 54th legislature. That's why it says. But then you cannot see him. So how can the other or lieutenant not follow suit? Because they know the man who is in charge. He's somebody who is involved with George. 2014, a convoy was caught with George. 104 in a convoy. 2014 November. And then George was caught in Joseph Blackeye convoy. How many of us are here did it? A convoy 2014. They were trying to get on Malasalis from Sierra. A portion of the convoy was caught with George. And we know the statement of the home back then. He said George was not anything. He said George was not used for medical purpose. So then, George, I think if the youth come about to see George about this, what the old man said in 2014, just do your research. Yes, I'm on record. He said that as it pertains to, as it pertains to the issue in Nima, for me, I said it's a game of Ingrid. Two Ingrid are fighting. But I belong to the background of the CDC. If the CDC want to make a move, then it's calculative. We know that, politics can bring strange bedfellows. It can make strange bedfellows. But these strange bedfellows, they should go there with caution. Because Nima County politics is so deceptive. I'm not saying it didn't agree. I'm also from the background of Nima, but I know our people. Nima County politics is so deceptive. So if you want to make a move, very caution, and then be very investigative when they are making their move.
Okay.
Thank you for having me this afternoon.
Thank you for calling. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome. Caller, are you on the line? Go ahead. Oh, you're on the line, but I don't know why you're not coming through. Your voice is not coming through. Let's move to our next caller. Hello, welcome.
Hello? Hello?
Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
After this, your birthday meet. This is right up to.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Esther. Just see then you're hearing that commander was sounding so arrogant. I mean, ordering his other man to release his daughter.
Yeah.
We told you that the whole drug release from the higher up. It's up there. We told you that once those people then that in authority cannot, stop dealing drugs, not finished for any country. And one of the head of the I think one day article came out and said that the city branches they are the one that are mostly dealing drugs in the country. Until they can get themselves out of that. That's how drugs going to leave the country. So I got some arrogant. That man, not even he's not going to be suspended. That guy's world out this. Dismiss that man. That man need not to be. In a society.
Of course.
We are fighting it. We are fighting this kind of a marriage. Then you have people who sort of be freaking out.
An inspector at that rate, not just ordinary person. An inspector for operations. I mean, chief of operations. Okay.
Can you imagine? Ordering somebody in that kind of arrogant tone. Arrogant. That sounds arrogant. Living with a kid to release his daughter who fell into this kind of they kind of a menace that we fighting against in this country. But you know, the issue about Nima Kante, let me just think the guy called A.B. Gossen, where I can remember sometime back when Koga, they were going through that election, he said there would be a split in Nima County. These two guys they will battle for supremacy. A.B. said it long, he predicted it. A.B. well. I think that guy should be an angel. He said it, and today, I mean, when he said it kind of reality, the two men and they're going to fight. I mean, we got no dealing with the both of them. Let's fight. That's the business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello, welcome to the show.
Oh, Daddy.
Welcome to the show, Doctor. Good morning. Or good afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks for his recognition. Probably this no, darling, that's my brother just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
The GA boss on record. They catch I look. Get to the best boss. What you said to me? I talked about last week. He told us, say for the end. They didn't have to walk out. They're taking it. See for yourself now. They saw. But the whole job for what they have done.
Mm-hmm, of course.
It's in itself.
Yeah, yes.
I think the government.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody extra, they get that. You're untouchable. So they put that one here. Put that there. It brings us. Don't get it. Don't get it. Ask for the fit photo. We don't have like exactly what. And how the other one is that? How they invest there? They're credit now. See what's fair? And so it was not fair. The credit is our eyes in this country. We are our.
Hello, Masisi. Masisi. Masisi, you coming in broken. We are not hearing you well.
Oh, for you?
Yeah. Hello, are you still there? Well, Masisi, I think you will have to call us again. Hello, welcome. Let's take another person. Welcome to the show. Go ahead. Good afternoon.
I just want to tell you thank you for your talking point. You know, they just issue with a mother who just need to pray and ask God to direct our children. But when we say that GA will fight just, we just need to pray for our children, their God guardian, and they shouldn't put their mind on it. Because all the things that people can be above or exposing it. But now, so we talking about jobs?
No, we're not.
Talking about jobs. Today, it's that another boss man creating a friend. Another boss man creating another again. That's a big thing. Everything they can be above. We say they were lying, but God got a good way to expose them. Anything you do, all I need is song with clear her. God will direct you. For anything you do, all I need is song with evil. God will expose you. God will bring you down. That's what happening to the community. And I just sorry for the Nimale. The thing is in Nima, they got more to confess. They got more to confess than just the beginning. Who will be left alone? You know, the party people now, they will not trust who. Coca finding a way of who taking it to be joke. He be talking, a brother talking, he be talking ever since when you were on freedom. He be talking, and today it's coming to reality. Just that open arm to pull them, to bring Johnson, they tell him about evil. God said, no evil, no sin will see the face. Also, everything they did, a job guy, they was to them with love. They tell him about evil.
Thank you,
They
ma'am.
will not succeed in a journey.
Okay.
They will not succeed because God is powerful more than anybody, more than God follow, more than traditional, God powerful.
Okay. Thank you.
God, joy we are God will be there.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome. Yeah, good afternoon. Go ahead quickly.
I'm taking break.
Go ahead, Vision.
Yeah, darling, to the issue of the church business. You know the reason why Musa Benedict is going to stay in prison? And you know Musa Benedict was a chair for the rule of law cover?
Of course.
And the reason why he's staying in jail. If to say Musa Benedict was part of the minority black, they is so utter. Esther, nobody will fool you as a young woman. Say, please show me where they get ghetto. Let me go away, don't do it. This very DEA can go back to the jail and say anything as soon as those person show all the place. You know that somebody can go to the jail and go pay for money?
Of course.
You know that?
It's happening.
I wish I hire no one. Most of them can go to the jail and go pay for money. And so the issue of them cool and coca. Anything they do there, I'll be the answer. They say what they around. And you are young, friend, you are telling us that they are there, they were around.
Oh, yeah.
They say what they around. There's two people they went against either go nowhere in this country. They're here today. So what they do in the mouth, they not do our billion out there. They let them go all the country. Our billion out there.
Okay.
So Esther as a young woman, nobody will say Esther, ain't nobody put a whole to me, they don't know. They will wear her. They still wear her. They still got money more than the GA people. They will wear her. They will show your horse. So they feel like when they come back for money, they'll tell you, don't do it, mama. Enjoy your life for your family.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's keep our calls coming in to 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Go ahead. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Esther, I know what my hearing me now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What I was saying, yes, they're on the land. So, I know they said it drugs here. But I will not show anybody who say, oh, my baby, all I know, because they said to get the food, said it for them. That man who brought something they ask, once they get in that room, after eating something, they bring something in the glass, and they catch up. They found that they we came by and said, I'm a boss, I can tell you, I'm not in this. I can tell Esther, listen to everybody. Funny is present, they get what he said, they playing like AI. And I thought, but go check the boss of who. I was talking it.
Interesting.
I used to let people not come fight the job. They want to do the boss teacher of people yet. Last teacher of people, they were 1 5 they get them money. Not be a last Esther, and they put home. He said, all the people have money and the money will be except the best of their money. The money get the money to the body. If you when I went low when it's talking to you, no way for a worry. And this therefore I want to look at here. A fool. And I'm Lord. Get the best coming from. We want Lord here with Boga and fool. So then it was to get up, get a share there and GSP. When I want Lord say, oh, here, what here? What PDP? So you see a Boga and Billy. On Saturday and go to it. But he doesn't know you. He get you joy, just my job. I want our business. And I want our plan for that issue. Period. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you, my Sissy. Thank you for your contribution. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good day. How are you?
I'm okay. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. And I'd like to say a big thank you for the unique platform this afternoon. My name is Vincent Bongo, and I phone in from Central Bomi County this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to make my input firstly by starting with the issue of the Labrador Drugs Enforcement Agency and coupled with our fight against drugs in our country. You know, what I like to say, before this government coming into they begin to start to politicize the issue of the fight against drugs. So I think that was a disingenuous, and I think it was quite unfortunate. As a matter of fact, we think that issue was a concern of national security, and besides that, probably a fight that was going to get everybody involved collectively. So they saw it probably as a means to which they could channel their messages, their political messages, so as to extend to power. Today, if you want to compare the issue of drugs in Liberia to that of the Boko Haram, before Muhammadu Buhari came into being, he tried to provide an alternative as to how when he came in power, he had the power to try to eradicate the issue of Boko Haram in Nigeria. I don't have been the case of Unity Party and the mighty cities. And to the issue of Koga, for me, I like to say this publicly and very clear and emphatic. Between Koga and Jeremiah, the vice president, let me make you understand this. I think Koga is demanding his right. If you can remember during the era of the late senator, Abu Johnson, Koga jumped up in Johnson body. That show a clear traditional, symbolic, performance indicating that Koga has taken the power of Nima because Prince Johnson said on the government about dead Nima Kande. And given what we've been hearing, Prince Johnson left 20 Star Wars within your office. Koga brought 18, a total of 38. So how Koga compute all of those people? He has to put a compute with 20 Star Wars. Now Koga is telling us that you have been making a case to Jeremiah to align 10 laws, couple other things, but it's not being adhering to him. Now the Mayans are coming back. When all of Jeremiah brought Ryan as ally, Koga is saying that no, you are a bad person report like draw. So your power should stay beyond the boundary of Nima County. So for me as a senator, let me be the Koga chair. Because I have to go as a godfather. Let me be the Koga chair. Let me be the political law of the NDR. Because I'm party constitution. The Unity Party. And by next, what is it? You have to control the city with the president. So automatically, Jeremiah will become a member of the Unity Party. So when you excuse the NDR, and Koga proceed for me. As a Koga, my political step and look at geopolitics. So thank you very much this afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Daniel Shaggy. I joined from somewhere Father this morning.
Let's hear you.
The issue having a tool and down to the Koga. The Koga is very careful because my government is too powerful. He drunk the power too much. And for children not coming here, he just was going to now. Stop going to line their country. I'm not going to be one of them. Stop. I can drunk the power benefit for even come and ship business. They were putting it down this morning.
Thank you very much for calling. Let's go to this line. Hello, welcome. Hello, are you on the line? Okay, let's take another person. Hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead. I'm okay.
Yeah, this is. Let me see what happened to the listener. You know, that particular guy that his voice was played from the DA. My understanding is that guy was dismissed from the DA before because of his act. You know, so and he coming out, he want to say that his voice. It's up to him. He's going to justify that. But you see, it is clear that actually the higher up, especially the first family, seriously the LGBT. I said it the last. So even coming to the 2023. Waka told us that he have credit from the bank 4 different times. The question that we're asking is that the bank gave you a loan because you are doing business. So what kind of business Waka was doing that he had to live on loan according to what he was telling us at the time? But the Liberian people didn't have time to investigate what kind of business Waka was doing. Credit from bank 4 times, You must have been in a good business and you are quality and paying back. But what business what he's doing? Here we are. Over the youth drugs, one of their major campaign messages to the Liberian people. So he's taking over the presidency. Accusing finger have been pointing to the first family continuously, and they are not coming out to say anything to the Liberian people. Administration, when you were in school, he made a big mistake. You can tell me all three at a time were wrong, and you did not dismiss all three of them. Just show the attitude of the president, and two, because they are the ones that are involved with the drug thing. So you that will come to that agency and going after their client, they will cause confusion among them and let the other people know to just go that way. Where in the world? All three in opposition, Abraham Kurma, the other people you dismiss all of them. If you listen to that video, Kurma, I don't know whether you support that because the way we used to refer to my political leader, Dwayne Ellie Justice at the time, but Kurma was a professional thing that occur between them. And Kurma is a man that always try his best. That's why I tell people will look at it and he been so hard, he been so harsh on people, but sometimes he's so what was the reason why you could allow him to go? You could have suspended him and allow the other person to go, just let you bring him back and see how you will operate with different people working with him in that institution. When you talk about all the three, now the other person you brought on board again, they are fighting among themselves, the other person is on tape, telling someone to release his or her daughter. How I will then you think that you telling me that I asked you go to the community people should help you. Help you with what? They say in Harley, they were telling Austin, the other they want to show you say, oh, I've seen it. I saw the thing market. Oh, the market was so cool. Oh, the market that they trust the people talking about.
I tell you.
All over the selling the other one's gonna go tell you say the people there. No, I've been raising myself. And then you should look. The only thing I was thought that in my problem, as I was saying the money, Prince Johnson go fighting for Godfather. We didn't even get any news how Prince Johnson got I think the role that he played county. And you know today when somebody put a knee on you, they stick on you.
Of course.
Johnson crying for it, begging for it. So when he died, the Godfather thing have been so negative impact in the lives of the Liberian people. Even can't happen. The college of 2025 election. So they Godfather Tina, they Jeremiah Kuna, who is so desperate, who is so greedy, is so shivering now because to become a representative, senator, vice president, and president, Gahepa and Mafaso. All you do, anybody that you see as a competitor, you must find him anyway to get it out. But this is the wrong person that he has brought away now. We enjoy the coca. Even on your son, that brother we told him that thing you don't want to be in 2029, then you make sure you have to surprise Senator Johnson that on the mind to be in 2029. We are going to do it to you.
Thank you.
To get to 2029 is going to be very, very difficult for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have others on the line. Let's take this person. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Lincoln Logan joining from Suffering.
Quickly.
I said Lincoln joining from.
Yes, I heard you. Go ahead. Go ahead quickly.
All right. I want to talk on the issue. Yeah, and I want to make a point. As Senator Koga now, we have to take his time to see the past record. After Senator Johnson leave the power to Jeremiah Kuhn, and the party was held, the program was held in Qatar. Jeremiah Kuhn is the senator for MTR. So for this, that's bringing you on MTR, and today you're trying to go against the same MTR. Today you see the past leadership Then in Nima County, where NTR bring them out, and they go against Nima today, they are left down. So let him try to watch a war. What he saying, let him try to watch a war. He in good citizen of Nima County, and we know him, and he has the background of Senator Johnson. So we do want for us to take action on him with the Libanian. Let him try to stop what he's doing. As well as the development driver of Nima County, and he started from 2011 up to this time, we'll continue to praise him, and he is blessed 100%. So let him try to stop where the talk come from. Then get places so long the who are not why then try to call it off. If not, you will be left down that the way the other people, the past leaders then that put more on MTR is lead down today.
Okay.
So I'm advising him as a citizen from Nima, my mother from Nima, my father from Nima. I'm a born Libanian. So I'm advising him today as I speak to you. I'm Lincoln G. Logan. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go to our last caller for today. Hello, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how you doing, madam?
I'm okay. You are our last caller. Quickly to the point.
Yeah, my name is David D. Blake calling from VOA Market.
Mm-hmm.
The issue of the drugs business, what really I'm looking at is the security went to arrest the drugs. Why is it the less the men are selling the drugs and arrest the woman that was naked in the room? So the setup to make way to take the operation from in a job. Even though it may be involved, why they don't arrest it along with all the men that are signed it? And it's that the one concerned about our Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn. Now, Honorable Coker, he is a godfather for Nima County now. Because he's the one joined over the body during the time we went to bury the honorable man.
The air about jumping over body too?
Who?
Is it about jumping over body too?
Yeah, the party who joined over the body is Honorable Coker. So the whole thing in Nima County.
So when me ask now that the jumping over the body can make you succeed the person?
Yes, in Nima, when your father die, you the firstborn, you can join over the body. Then the whole property, the power in that person will be in you for you to operate on it. And what happened? So for the reason, Koga is a godfather for Nima County. So all the mistake that Koga made that is all go to the other to judge the case between the way out to the president himself. Thank you.
Okay, that was our last caller. We can't take any other calls. We're sorry. We have to quickly use this time and look at our comments from the comment section. Those of you watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, let's quickly read out your comments. Squeeze it in quickly because we are already out of time to get that. We have like 1 minute to be out of here. This is Bakari Sharif. He says, I'm following the show live. We have Stephen A. Bar says, good morning, Freedom FM. I am following the show from Dakar, Senegal. We have Spencer Mohammed says, I'm following you from my Propo Corner down Cookspoon Hill, Town community. We have Abraham and Addison says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from my residence in Upper Cardwell. We have Henry T. Toll Jr. says, good morning. I am following you up from my residence in Cardwell. Thanks for the update. We have Archie M. Scott says, good morning, Esther, and the great people of Johnson Street, Sunnywan community. I am following from my home on Johnson Street. And then we have DSTV, the installer, says, we're not doing business here. And then we have Rabbi Mbar says, good morning, Esther, following live from the famous Wekuboy Avenue in DC. Sadly, rescue government is leading with no sense of direction. Instead of addressing the staggering suffering of the voting masses or solving the bread and butter issues, they have made chasing George Weah and demolition of the CDC headquarters as their major priority. From the toilet, the economy, it has now gone further down into the septic tank. May God save the state from the hands of rescue father and his rascal children. And then we have Joel Johnson. Joel Johnson says, good morning. okay is Joel Johnson, reporter from Voice of Yamin in Lamco, Yekepa, Nima County. And then we have Thomas Lasana says he's watching. And then we have Vinicius Junior Boss says I'm watching from Nuku Town. David Tueto says good afternoon. I'm David Tueto. I'm watching from Nuku Town, precisely Tonwin. I think that's Tonwin Community or Tonwin Community, one of them. And then we have Patrick Brown says he's watching from Rehab ELWA. Well, folks, this is how we like to draw the curtains on today's presentation of the program from the pre-news. As a matter of fact, the 27th day of August. And I want to take leave of you. My name is Esther Daku. I've been your lone presenter. Hopefully, Wendell will be here on tomorrow. And we're going to be, on the very different topics that are happening in our country. But we have to go. We hope that this guy is not just suspended, he is dismissed from the LDA, because this is how drug will continue to flow in our country. This is how we'll not be able to tackle it, because the very people who are clothed with the responsibility to handle them are the ones involved in these issues. So we'll see you on tomorrow. Do have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.